Hey guys, if you want to create polymer clay dangle earrings like these and the ones I'm wearing using only one polymer clay cutter, then this is the video for you. Keep watching and I'll show you how you can add textures and create cute and fashionable earrings that you won't only feel confident to wear, but you'll also feel confident to sell. By the end of this video, you will know how you can make these. I used to think I had to have fancy shape cutters. That's when I realized that sometimes simple is better. So let's get right into it. Okay, so today we are going to start out with opening up our mustard color Sculpey Premo, and we're going to get that conditioned. So I'm going to start off with a clean. So let's clean our clay roller with some alcohol. So we don't want any of the past colors that I've used this roller on to contaminate our nice mustard clay. So before I put it in the pasta machine, I just want to give it a good roll out and kind of just gauge what the condition of the clay is. If it's soft, if it's brittle, how is it responding to me rolling this out. Okay, so then I'm just going to take it, fold it on itself, just keep on rolling. Probably going to do this one more time. And then what we'll do is roll this through the pasta machine. But I think what I want to do is now open up the navy and basically do exactly the same thing. I don't think I want to open up all of the navy. And again, the navy is Sculpey Premo. I can already tell that's a little more crumbly, if you will, than, and there's a piece of lint, get rid of that, than the mustard. But let's test the condition of it by rolling it out. Okay, it's not as crumbly as I thought. And to have a little bit of like a red fleck there, so let's just get rid of that. Fold it over on itself. Okay, so now I think we're ready to put both of these colors through the pasta machine. Okay, I'm gonna start with the mustard color. Now, this is my Atlas 150. I got this off of Amazon. It has been with me forever and ever, and I love it very much. Let me move some of these things out of the way. And I want to clean the surface so that I don't get anything on my clay. It's really important to keep your surfaces free of debris as much as possible. I got this on Amazon. It's my favorite. It's a workhorse. Love it so much. I've got it set to 0 right now because I just want to run this through the little piece. Let me drop that right there. And what I want to do is I want to fold it on itself with the fold at the bottom. I just want to keep doing that over and over again. And I can feel that it is a little bit stiff, which is normal. It is chilly in my garage, which is where my studio is. It's a little bit cold in here. So what I can do at this point is basically like roll it up. Sometimes I just roll it up and I just warm it up in my hands a little bit and just fold it on itself. Warm it up some more. You can roll it just to get some warmth. And it really, really does make a difference. Then I want to mash it out. I'm going to get it a little bit thinner because I want to put it back through my pasta machine. And that I can already tell that it's a little bit more pliable and more conditioned. Okay, so this is good. We're going to move on to the navy, and what I want to do is just wet my paper towel with some alcohol. And I should have done this before I started with the mustard. I just want to roll this while I got this wet alcohol soap napkin underneath, just to get off anything extra. Should have done that before I did the mustard, but I forgot. So now I'm just going to do exactly the same thing I did with the mustard with the navy. And what you can do also is put a little drop of clay softener, which I might do that just to show you guys for the navy. This is what it looks like. Sculpey clay softener. And what I want to do is just put one drop. Get it open. Just, oh, I got a couple of drops, but that's okay. No big deal. Want to squish that together. Keep on running this through the pasta machine. And then I'm going to do basically the same thing that I did with the mustard. I want to do with the navy. Just roll it up. Try to make sure that there's no air. You're not trapping any air in there. Okay. And then just like warming it up with my hands. Folding it onto itself. Do that a couple of times. Flattening it out. Going to put it back in the pasta machine. Try to get that clay softener mixed in. Really good. Okay, this is feeling pretty good here. Okay. All right, so Now what I want to do is I want to change the setting on here from 0 to 1. Okay, so it's set at 1. All right, so that's going to be one piece, and then, okay, now we're going to have another piece. Okay, so I usually work on a big ceramic tile for rolling things out, like working like I was just a few minutes ago, but I want to bake my pieces on a tile, so I have to use one of these smaller squares so that I can put this in the oven. So I want to make sure that my surface is clean. And we're going to use this cutter to make the earrings, and what I want to make sure is that I clean off this cutter before I try to use it. Okay, that's about as good as I can get, and we are going to, let's see. I don't want to have to remove the clay once I put it down, so I'm just going to put part of the clay here. We're going to roll it so that it adheres to the slab. And then we're going to put our navy slab down here. Make sure that it's adhered. And I think what I want to do, add a texture to the mustard and the navy. So let me see what I've got. Okay, so I have these 2 texture roller. This is like a concrete texture, and then this is a stripe. So what I want to do is I'm going to do the concrete on the mustard and the stripe on the navy. So what I like to do is I like to hold the roller with the tips of my fingers and then use my hand and just continue to keep rolling it out so that I have one continuous motion and pressure. Okay, and then we're going to take our tissue blade. I should have done this to begin with, but that's okay. We're going to take this off, and we're going to take this off, and then we're going to use the one that has the stripe for the navy. So we're going to start with the tips of our fingers, even pressure, keep rolling, keep rolling, keep rolling, stop. Okay, so let me show you guys what that looks like, just to give you a good look at the stripe and of that concrete texture. Okay, so now we're getting ready. We're going to actually press the cutter into the clay. What I like to do is just put pressure to make it go halfway in, and then I kind of pull it out a little bit, and then I go all the way in, press it down, and then I wiggle it just a little bit, and then that way nothing gets stuck. So we'll do the same thing right here. Halfway in, come back out, press it all the way, wiggle it just a little bit, then come out. Now we're going to do the same thing down here. Halfway in, now all the way, wiggle it just a little bit, come back out, The same thing on this side. Halfway in, come back out, wiggle a little bit. I might have wiggled a little bit too much. We'll see. No, it's good. All right, so then what we want to do is we want to pull off the excess slab. And then we want to leave the middle intact because we're going to bake it right on this ceramic tile right in the oven. Okay, so remember I'm using Sculpey Premo for both the mustard and the navy, so the instructions on each package should be exactly the same. I'm going to bake, yeah, we can bake at 275, and I'm gonna set my oven to, let's see, 30 minutes. So this is my polymer clay and craft oven. I don't have this one linked on my Amazon store because it's not available, but I do have another one that's linked in my Amazon store that is really awesome too. So what I want to do is set this at 275, and then we're going to put our tile right there, and we're going to grab some foil to put over it to protect it. You want to make sure that your foil does not touch your clay. This is the way I do mine, and then I'm just going to turn this on for 30 minutes. Okay, these are done, so we want to take them out of the oven. We want to be careful because it's hot. Okay, so the tile is hot, so I really don't want to touch the tile, but what we're going to do is we're going to take our tissue blade and we're just going to lift those up. Let's take them off. This is hot, so I want to use a napkin to put it away. We can put this away too. Okay, so now we're left with these pieces. Okay, so now what we want to do is we want to pop out the middle. All right, so now we have all of our pieces. Want to take our X-Acto knife and just going to use this for the inside, not putting very much pressure, going around the inside. I find this is a little bit more satisfying than sanding the inside of these holes. All right, so now the next thing that we want to do is we want to take our Dremel. This is the one that I use. This is also linked in my Amazon store with the felt at the end. And I just want to sand my edges. not staying in one area too long. Okay, now I want to clean my surface. Take this paper towel. Just get rid of all the debris. And then I just want to take these and spray them down with some alcohol, like so, just to get rid of any extra debris and dirt. I'm going to wipe them off. Okay. Now what we want to do is just take all the metals, and we want to use this Loctite super glue. This is also linked in my Amazon store, and we're going to take these posts and we want to glue them on the back. So we just want to apply a little bit of glue, and I don't do them right in the middle. I like to do them just right above the middle so that they hang better on the ear, just like that. Okay. Give that a second to dry. Throw our lid back on our super glue. And then what we want to do is we want to take, I use this J Diction UV resin hard type, and I usually will pour some in one of these black squeezable containers, because they've got the precision tip on the end, and that's what I like to use. I'm going to take one of these silicone mats and place our post here, and then we're going to take this container and see if I've got any in here, which I do not. So let me find one that has some. I just want to put a little bit of resin on there, like that. Actually, this is a little stopped up, so let me get it unstopped. Okay, now we're flowing a little bit better. I just want to put her on there. We're going to spread this out. Okay. Then I'm just going to take one of these tools that's got the silicone tip on it, grab a toothpick, and I'm just going to steady this while you know what, I need to put a little bit more on this one. I'm going to hold it steady while I spread this resin out on the back. I'm going to do that for all of these pieces. And I think I might just want to, I don't know, I just feel like I need to add some resin to the back and just let it spread out a little bit. You can use the tip of your squeezer bottle to get it all the way to the edge if you want to. Okay. We want to put the lid back on here. Okay, as I'm moving this around, I can kind of see some spots that I want to make sure that I cover. When the light hits it a certain way, it kind of makes it obvious where you're missing some resin. Okay, now I want to take my UV lamp that I got from Amazon. Again, this is linked in my Amazon store. And I want to just open it up a little bit, turn it on, and let that sit right there for just a little while we work on these. So as you can see how the backs have that little shiny spots but matte spots. We want to get rid of that because we want the back of our earrings to look as professional as possible. And as I'm looking at this, I can see that I missed a little piece of that. I don't want to sand while I've got resin that's curing. So I'm just gonna get rid of that little bit of an edge, checking all of my edges. Okay, the rest look good. Now I want to take some pure acetone and a Q-tip, and I just want to dip my Q-tip in the acetone, and then I just want to rub the back with the acetone and just get rid of all that shine. You really don't have to rub it much to get rid of the shine. And then when you're switching to a different color, you want to use the other end. And then I'll show you the difference. All right, so now once that's dry, you can see that there's no shiny spots on the back. Okay, you guys, these have only been under the lamp for a few minutes and they're already cured, and that's why I love this UV lamp so much. You've got to get one of these. They are great. One of the best investments. Okay, so we're going to take these off, and what I want to do is I have a I know this looks really grungy, but it's just a mouse pad, and I like to use the back of the mouse pad as my cushion for drilling holes. So we're going to put everything on here that we need to drill. Okay, we're going to take our Dremel that's got our drill at the end, and I know that we need to make holes in the top pieces, so let's go ahead and do that. Okay, we're going to use going to use these jump rings right here. Okay, so that means that I do need to drill holes. And you know, I'm noticing that I've got like a little edge there, so I'm going to take my X-Acto knife again and just get rid of that little bit of an edge. Okay. So now I want to drill holes on the very top. Okay, now I want to get off of this, take everything off of this mat and get cleaned up again. And a fast way to do that is just to take my alcohol again and just spray everything down. Wipe everything off. These jump rings are, this one's already open a little bit, so
Thank you for watching. I created a list of tools and supplies that you'll need to create these yourself. The link is in the description below. I wanted to make it as easy as possible for you to create these. Also, check out my guide on the 10 things I wish I knew before making polymer clay earrings. It's a beginner printable guide for handmade makers like you. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.